So for the past probably 5 years now, I've been using Apple Music almost exclusively for all my music streaming needs. I know YouTube has an option, Spotify had an option, but eventually I switched. And here's a couple of reasons why. So I hope you learned something. Smash that like button, it really helps me out. Now, Apple Music and Spotify both have great libraries. So it's not due to the libraries, and I don't even really get into podcasts like that, so it's not for the Joe Rogan podcast either. It's simply because there are quite a bit of differences between the two platforms, though. One of them being, of course, the homepage with music that I may like, and of course, like a mix, but it doesn't shuffle well. Like, for example, I hit play right here, and I will turn it down due to copyright, of course. So, as you can see, there's no shuffle button, which takes some really getting used to, which I don't like. And another thing I don't really like about Spotify is you have to go to like songs and it has a whole list of your liked songs, which, is cool, right? But if you go and you go to, say, I'll go to Joyner Lucas right here, and say I go to one of his popular albums, ADHD. And if I hit this little heart right here, it hearts the whole album. And if I heart the whole album, then none of the songs go into my liked songs. And it just shows up as an album. And here's what I mean. So I'll press it right here. Boom, add it to your library. I go to your library. Like songs, still the same. And ADHD, of course, now has a whole album. And none of these songs are in my like songs, which gets really annoying. The ability to be cross-platform, whether I'm on a computer, an Android tablet, anything, I can simply use the service that I pay for. Second thing is I switched phone carriers, so it wasn't included for free anymore like it was with my Verizon plan. So then, when I started actually paying for it, I had to think about things. Apple does have better streaming quality, but at the end of the day, it still sounds great. See, so I've been using Apple Music for years, and you can tell this by if I go to playlists, and I scroll all the way down here, I've got 16, 19, 20, 21 as my replay playlist. So this is some of the music that I listened to back in 2016, which is actually when I graduated high school. I've been using Apple Music for so long. And it's such a great service because it gives you really good premium audio at a super cheap, low price, as well as, a whole bunch of other features, which we're not going to get into, right? But originally, I switched over as like a 10-day challenge of, for 10 days, I'm going to switch everything over and see how I like it. And I don't really want to go back. From the social aspects of a whole community and a lot more people my age using Spotify, sharing music, as well as maybe if you want to hook it up to your car and you have an Android system, a bunch of reasons why you could switch. But in my recommendation, I think Spotify is a great option in the year 2022.
So one of the many nice things is that Spotify is available on literally everything, whether it's an Android, an iOS device, an Apple device, a Linux-based device, and even on Windows, you can simply just download the application and from the Microsoft Store, or you can download the application from the website, and you can stream. So, of course, you can do that as well with iTunes, but it's not as user-friendly, and the design of it doesn't look nearly as appealing or nearly as nice. So as you can tell, I simply just open it up and boom, it's right here. All my stuff is all synced, all my like songs are all here, and it's just a nice interface. And if you don't like music, of course, obviously you have podcasts and you have other stuff like that. I think the user interface for particularly for Spotify is much better than Apple, which is actually weird to say because normally Apple nails those kinds of things. At the end of the day, there's tons of different streaming platforms, and you have to find one that fits your needs. And this one, it fit my needs. So therefore, I jumped to the dark side, and you bet that they have cookies. Now, if you really wanted to talk about the difference between Apple Music and Spotify, Deezer, YouTube Music, Tidal, and even Amazon Music, we would literally be here all night. So just to sum things up, Apple has a great high frequency sound and a great library. Spotify has a great community and a better social aspect feature. Deezer I don't know as much about because it's not as popular, but YouTube Music obviously is like YouTube, but without the video and its music. Tidal has been kind of like an up and upcoming company, and they're trying to compete with the bigger dogs, and they're being pretty successful. And of course, Amazon, always the big dog, has to get in, and it has everything just like Apple would have, music library wise, but obviously not the social aspects that most people, really want. And that's kind of unfortunate. I've officially canceled my Apple Music subscription, and Spotify gave me 3 months for free. Apple Music is doing 1 month for free right now, but you just can't compete with 3 times the amount. Spotify is definitely the way to go at the moment in time.